Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Shirani. Today I'm going to show you how I make my white fruit cake. For this recipe, you're going to need some candied green cherries, red cherries, raisins, and some candied pineapple. To measure out the cherries, I like to cut it in half and then put it in a measuring cup. And I'm going to do the same thing for my red cherries and for my candied pineapple. Make sure you cut it in half before you measure it. And I'm doing a half a cup of each. For the raisins, I'm only doing a quarter cup of raisins. I like to do this the day before I make my cake and have it soak in the rum overnight. I soak the fruit in a quarter cup of spiced rum. So this is what it looks like the next day, and before I get started on the cake, I'm just going to put this in a strainer and let this drain while I'm mixing up the cake. As always, the exact measurements will be in the description box below for you. If this is your first time watching my channel, thank you for watching, thank you for stopping by, and I would gladly appreciate it if you would consider subscribing, and be sure to click the notification bell so you know when I upload new videos. Okay, let's get started on the cake. So you're going to need 6 tablespoons of butter softened at room temperature, and you're going to need a half a cup of white sugar. Beat this a little bit so the butter and sugar could mix together. You're going to add 2 eggs and beat them in one at a time. I like to crack my eggs and put them in a dish before I put them in the batter just to make sure they're good, because the worst thing that can happen to you is if you have a spoiled egg. I rarely ever have a spoiled egg, but I just want to be on the safe side. Beat this for about 5 minutes or so, or until it's nice and creamy, and you just want to make sure you scrape down your bowl in between. I know a lot of people like to cream their butter and sugar then add the eggs to it, but for me, I like adding the egg to the butter and sugar and then cream it. I just feel like it creams better that way. If you're not into white fruit cake and you like black fruit cake, I have a recipe for my Belizean Black Fruitcake. I'm going to leave it linked below if you're interested. And I also have other Belizean recipes that you might like. So I have a Belizean Rum Popo or eggnog, and I have my Belizean Christmas Cake. So I'm going to leave all of them linked below for you. If you haven't been following me on Instagram yet, you can do so at Cooking with Shirani. I'm always sharing stuff over there, so come follow me. Now that it's nice and creamy, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla and beat that in. I'm going to take my beaters out because I don't need that anymore. I'm just going to fold in the rest of the ingredients. You're going to add 1 cup of white all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 cup of Sprite or any lemon lime soda. You're going to fold that in, but please don't overmix it. When you fold something in, you go under and over, so it's like you're stirring from the bottom to the top. Okay, so by this time the fruits are nice and drained, and I'm just going to add 2 tablespoons of flour to that, and I'm just going to mix that to coat the fruits with the flour. Doing this will help your fruits to not sink to the bottom of the cake. Add this to the batter and gently fold that in. Please don't overmix it. I'm going to use this loaf pan because this is the shape I want, but you can use any pan you want really. And I'm just going to spray it with some baking spray that has flour in it because I don't like to grease pan. But if you don't have a baking spray with flour, make sure you grease and flour your pan. Spread it out evenly in the pan. Bake this in a preheated 300 degrees Fahrenheit oven for 60 to 65 minutes or until a toothpick inserted in the center comes out clean. I'm going to let this cool down for an hour at least before I cut it so you can see what it looks like. Before I cut it, I like to take a knife and just go around the edges just to loosen it up a bit, just to make sure everything will come out when I cut it. You might be thinking this is a little bit of cake and it's Christmas time, you have a lot of people to give cake to. But if you've noticed throughout my channel, I always make small recipes because it's just my husband and I. But you can always double the recipe, triple the recipe, do whatever you need to do for your family. Oh my goodness, would you look at this? Look how beautiful it is. Ah, It's so pretty. And as you can see, the fruits are all over the cake. They're not just at the bottom. And I know a lot of people struggle with that. A lot of the times the fruits sink to the bottom of the cake. But if you just fold your ingredients in and just take your time with it, it will stay all over the cake. I promise you. If you think you're someone that don't like fruitcake, you have to give this recipe a try because it's so good. And if you still don't like fruitcake, you can just make this cake on its own because it's really good on its own. But I just hope you give it a try. I felt like you couldn't see it good, so I decided to cut another piece so you can see. I wish you all the best for the holidays. Please be careful, please be safe. Take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones, and try to enjoy each other. Life is short. Well, I really hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. That will really help out my channel. It helps to get my videos out there. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, please don't forget to do that. And I'll talk to you in my next one. Take care. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Bye.